So over the last many years, I have not ignored both sides of my nature study, but I have focused largely on the external physical desire and attempt to blend and live and survive in nature. And I've done a pretty good job of that. I'm pretty confident that when push comes to shove, I won't fall short if that ever becomes necessary. Now, as I said, I have not neglected the internal and spiritual aspects of the nature in which I'm attempting to blend and survive within and around. But I have noticed that, especially recently, my focus has moved away from the physical and the, I don't want to use the word mundane versus magical, but the physical versus the spirituality, that whole aspect. But I have been focusing more on the internal, the spirituality of nature. And again, like I said, I haven't excluded that all these years that I've been focusing on the external. But I have noticed that my heart has been leading me more towards the internal aspects of balancing myself with nature. All these many years, I've trained my physical body, and I know I can do that. And I know it'll be there when I need it. And I know that the internal spiritual aspect will be there as well. But I'm not getting any younger, I'll say that. I see myself as 58 now. It's May, and my birth date is in November. But I don't concern myself too much with my birth date, because I was a living, existing thing, a being, at least 8-9 months before that. So I kind of focus on that aspect. My family doesn't see it that way. But that's okay. Most people probably wouldn't. And there's only, 9 months difference between when I consider myself an actual living thing versus when they see me as a living thing. So I can deal with that. But anyway, by my calculations, I am 58 now, although technically I won't be considered 58 until November, in the first week of November. But neither here nor there. The fact is that life is designed, and I'm not discussing intelligent design versus happenstance. That's not what this video is about. But nature works the way it works, and my body does not react in the same manner that it used to 20-30 years ago. So with all things, my time is waning, Not that it's going to be anytime soon, hopefully, but it is definitely waning away. And I just see things differently than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. So I think that my practice, be it inner or outer, whether it be material or spiritual, needs to change with it. And I just think I'm becoming more, I have became more in the physical aspects of my life. And although I have not completely left out the spiritual aspects, I'm focusing more on those now. And these walks help me both, in both aspects. Because you can't really, in my perspective, you can't really have one without the other. There is no front without a back. There's no top without a bottom. There's no such thing as good without bad. Anybody who's ever watched my videos knows that my ideas and concepts on that are slightly different than others. I truly believe that there is no such thing as good and bad as an absolute. It's all designed and taught through religious aspects, social groups, cultures, that sort of thing. One thing that's considered good in one culture is not in another culture. And if there was an absolute, then it would be equally spread everywhere, and it's not. So I don't like to talk in terms of good versus bad, right versus wrong, because in my perspective, it's interpretational and it's individual. So let's get off of that and let's get back to our walk.